welcome to my channel. I'm Sharon and this is Fun with Cross Stitch. Today is it's not Wednesday. Today is Saturday, the 5th of July 2025. Normally I record on a Wednesday, so that threw me off there a little bit. Today's not going to be a normal video. Today is going to be a mid-year whip parade. So we have a fair few projects to get through. I have some finishes which I have finished this year, so I will show you them. I'll tell you how many stitches I have done on them, how many stitches in total I have done on the whole project, out of how many, and what my goal is left for the rest of the year. So I'd like to welcome back all my subscribers, all my existing subscribers and viewers. Thank you for coming back every time that I put out a video, and I hope you enjoy every one that I put out. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I have had a few since my last since my last unboxing. That seems to have brought a lot of new subscribers in, so welcome. I hope you like what you see and you've joined at a good time, because now you get to see all my projects that I'm working on this year all in one go. So I hope you enjoy. Grab a drink, because it might take a while today. I've got my cup of tea because it's very cold here in Queensland today, as you can tell, because I've got my jumper on. We might just get stuck into it. Okay, so over the 6 months, I have stitched 117,887 stitches. Now that's not bad, considering I've had a few hiccups, days when I don't stitch, because I don't stitch every day. I don't stitch on Sundays most weeks. So I don't think that's too bad. Now, at the beginning of the year, I started off with 36 whips. I finished 5 this year. I'm going to UFO 3 that I just haven't worked on, and only for the rest of this year, and we'll see what happens next year. So I've got 28 active whips at the moment, and I have 1 stamped active whip. So we might get into it. What I thought we'd start with would be the finishes. Now I don't have all of them with me. There's 2 of them that I have already gifted, so I'll be putting photos up at those ones. But there was a little fairy I done for our granddaughter. This was for her 5th birthday, so I will put photos up because I don't have it, and I don't even have the cover photo, so I can't even show you that. So I'll put a photo up here. This one I did approximately 8,000 stitches on. It's stitched on 25 count, 2 over 2. I started it on the 26th of the 2nd, 2025, and I finished it on 19th of the 5th, 2025. Had 21 colours in it. And I've got to admit, when I made it into the pillow and gave it to her, she absolutely loved it. So that was lovely. The next one was European. This one is from Forbidden Fibre Company. This one I started on the 8th of the 4th, 2025. And it says I finished it on the 6th of the 5th, 2025. This one is done on a 16 count feather tail, which is their material. It had 6 colours in it, and I did approximately 5,292 stitches. Now I haven't fully finished it yet, but this is what it looks like. I'm thinking about doing this one in a pillow. But this is what it looks like. All the called for colours, called for fabric. Just love it. Yes, it was a quick stitch, really. It came in parts. I think there was about 7 parts. Really enjoyed it. I thought it would have a bit more dragon than words, but no, I enjoyed stitching on it. So that one's a finish, so I will be making that one, I think, into a pillow, because behind me I have cupboards now, and I'm going to make that my pillow section. Okay, the next one is the Big Bang Theory. This one is just the quotes. Now, I did do the Friends one last year. This one I got from the same place. It was a place off Etsy, but they're no longer there now. So this is what it looks like. This one is going to be made into a pillow as well. Now this one I started on the 8th of the 1st, 2025 and finished it on the 10th of the 3rd, 2025. This one is done on 14 count blue Aida that I dyed myself. And I did approximately 11,934 stitches, including back stitching. So this is what it looks like, closer up. Now this one is going to be into a pillow as well. Now I do have a lot of fabric left on this one. So I'm glad I started it down in the corner so that I can still use the rest of the fabric. So hopefully on my next whip parade, at the end of the year, these will be fully finished. Let's hope. Okay, the next one I finished was The Simpsons. Now, this is from the same people, but she's not there anymore. Now, this one is, I started this one on the 18th of the 12th, 2024, and I finished it on the 14th of the 6th, 2025. It's done on the 14 count Aida that I dyed myself. Now, there's approximately 10,000 stitches with all the back stitching. So I'll bring you in closer with this one too. I really enjoyed doing this one as well, and I thought the back stitching would be a pain, but no, it wasn't. So that's another one that I finished. And the last one that I finished for the year was a pillow. It's a Friends pillow that I made for Nessa. So I'll put up a photo here because I didn't show this one in my floss tubes because I know Nessa watches them and I didn't want her to see them. So I'll put up a photo here of what it looks like. And she loved it. She loved the pillow when I sent it. No, actually, we took that one down to her when we went to visit her. Now, if you didn't know, Nessa has got a floss tube channel now. So she has got 3 videos out at the moment. It's cross stitching with Nessa. I will put the link down below. Pop along, show her some love. Check out what she's been doing. At the moment, she's doing it behind the camera, but I know she's working on doing it in front of the camera like we do. She's very, very good at what she does. She does some wonderful stitching. She's the one that's doing all the admin, or helping with all the admin behind the scenes and everything for Fun with Cross Stitch. And she's the one that's making all the patterns as well. So pop along. It's cross stitching with Nessa. I will put the link down below. Pop along and show us some love, and let's get her subscriber limits up. Let's show her how we feel. Okay, little rant out the way. Let's get stuck into these whips. Okay, so these aren't in order that I stitched them. These are just in the order that I wrote them down. So hopefully, if I've done my homework correctly, they'll all be in order in this tub, and all these cover sheets will be in order too. So let's see what a job I've done. Hopefully I've done a good job. Let's get into it. Right, the first one is Heaven and Earth Designs. It's Amazing Animal Kingdom by Amy Stewart. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. Bit of glare on there. Now this one's got 90 colours. Now where am I going to put them? Okay. Now this one is stitched on 18 count Aida. I will have to put these away as I go because otherwise I'm going to have a big mess. It's stitched on 18 count Aida. I started it on the 11th of October 2022. Now this year I've stitched 4,036 stitches. No, I'll rephrase that. 4,306 stitches. I'm on 7.83%. My total stitch count is 29,311 out of 374,500 stitches. Let's show you what it is. Now I have gone to that side of the page. Can I fit it all in? Oh, I can fit it all in. There we go. So that's what it's looking like now. This is just one shelf. I think it's a second shelf. Yeah, second shelf up. Now my goal for this year is to get these books done. So I have done all of this book so far this year. So I've got to finish that book. And it opens up over the other side there, and see if I can get these books done as well. So that's not too bad. I think I've done that in 2 sittings. Yeah, maybe 3 sittings, 4,306 stitches. But so loving this one. I shouldn't say loving this one, because I'm going to say that about all of them. Otherwise I wouldn't be stitching them. One down. Like I said, they're in no particular order. The next one I'm going to show you is The Elephant Puzzle by Adrian Chesterman, and it's from Pain Free Crafts. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. I've got a long way to go on this one. I haven't picked this one up as much as what I should have. It's done on 16 count Aida. I started it on the 13th of the 6th, 2022. Now, there was a lot of starts in 2022. This year, I have stitched 781 stitches. Not very many, really. I'm on 28.93%. In total stitches, I've done 54,853 out of 189,630. And this is what it looks like now. Now, I've been working on the elephant mainly at the moment. So my goal for this one is to finish the trunk. Now, I thought it was to finish the trunk up the top. And then when I read my notes again, it's finished the trunk down the bottom. So I'll get this bottom bit finished, hopefully, by the end of this year. Now this is done on a 16 count Aida that I dyed myself again. I went for a dyeing phase there for a bit. I had a lot of white Aida, and I thought, no, I don't really want white Aida. Let's see how I go about dyeing it. So I've dyed quite a few pieces now. I've dyed a few for Nessa as well. Oh, this cold. It's just so chilly. Okay. The next one is Florentine by Mirabilia. Now this one I started on the 9th of the 5th, 2022. So I should be more along on this one or even finished it, but I'm not. This year I've only stitched 430 stitches. This one doesn't have a total amount of stitches, and it doesn't have percentage because it's a paper pattern. My goal for this one, for this year, is to get the little cat done. So I'm hoping to reach my goal. And this is what I've done so far. So all of it was done except for the cat. So I've started on the cat. So I will get the cat finished and hopefully do the little flowers. There's a bouquet of flowers down here. But this is where we are with this one. I really love it once I pick it up. It's just picking it up. I think it's because it's a paper pattern and it's easy to pick up one that's on Pattern Keeper, but I need to really work on it. what I think I'm going to be doing after going through all this, sorting them out and seeing how much I've got to do on the challenges and what challenges I have left to do. I think I'm going to concentrate mainly on the challenges that I've set myself. I'm not going to put the others away and not work on them, but I'm going to, when I pick a piece up, I might work on it maybe for 2 days or 3 days, depending on what the challenge is. Like for doing the cat, I should be able to get that done in 1 sitting or 2 at the most, and then that challenge would be met. I just need to sit down and do it. As we all say, we need more hours in the day. Okay, the next one is a Heaven and Earth Designs Ye Old Christmas Shop by Sarah Marchetti. Now, with this one, I thought I was doing it on 18 count Ada, but when I rechecked it, it's a 16 count. So I've measured for an 18 count, and I had to cut off, I think it's 10 stitches that side and 10 stitches that side. So really, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to cut anything out really, except maybe a bit of tree. It's cut off a little bit of present, and the same with this side. So you're not going to notice. All the detail is in the middle anyway. So this one is done on 16 count Ada. I started this one on the 1st of the 7th, 2022. Now this year I have stitched 1,352. I'm on 9.91%. I've done a total of 34,000 stitches out of 343,000. So a lot to go. And this is another big one. Now, because I thought I wasn't sure about how far I had to go, I took it all the way over to the side. I thought I'd done it backwards then. That's right. I took it all the way over to the side, and I went all the way to the bottom. So I'll show you what this one is like, and then I'll talk about it, because you won't be able to hear me if I try and talk behind it. So let's back up a bit. So this is where it is now. That's the main part I'm working on. I'm working on these windows. Oh, let's just move the chair back in. Sorry about the close-up. But yeah, really loving this one as well. Like I said, it just needs to sit down and do more. So my challenges is to get another set of windows done here. Like, it's only one window, which is not too bad because it's pretty good stitching. And then see what I can get done up the top in the way of windows. But this one now, seeing as I've gone over and down, if I want to just pick on a certain thing to stitch on, I can, which is not too bad. But I think I will be concentrating on my challenges. Now, I mean, if I don't get them done, that's fine. It's only ones that I've set myself. And I think when I set challenges, it just keeps me motivated and more accountable on what I'm trying to do and achieve. If I don't set challenges, then I'll stitch here and I'll stitch there and I'll stitch here, and then you don't see as much progress. So I thought if I set challenges, I seem to get a long way further, if that makes sense. Okay, we're not even 20 minutes in and we're not even over the first page yet, and we've got 5 pages. That's fine. The next one is Heaven and Earth Designs. It's only a mini. It's I Love You by Randall Spangler. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. He's so cute. Now this one I've done on 16 count Ada. I started it on the 16th of October You guessed it, 2022. This year, a lot of cotton in here, hang on. That colour's in there for a reason. This year I've stitched 684. I'm on 10.53%. My total amount of stitches is 19,018 out of 180,600 stitches. And this is what this one looks like. Now I really like this one. Now the goal for this one is to get to the trees on both sides. Now I have reached the tree stem, but I want to bring the trees up, and so you can actually see that it is a tree, not just a brown line. So that's my goal for this one. But I had to get his eyes and his hand done all in the middle, just so you can keep watching as I'm stitching the rest. So when I set the challenges, I think I was a bit, how would you say it? I thought I'd be getting more done than what I am doing. So I'm hoping to get the challenges done, but I think there's a few that I'm not going to quite reach. And that's fine. That's fine. But it just gives me something to work towards. And I find that that keeps me motivated. And like I said, I stick to that certain spot then. Okay, the next one is another Heaven and Earth, Breaking Free. This is artwork by Sarah Marchetti, and this one's got 89 colours in it as well. Oh, the last one had 88, sorry. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. Now, the main reason for starting this one is because I love snow globes. Oh, you can't see the snow globes up there. I'll have to... There is a craft room tour which shows you all the snow globes. But I will do another one because a lot's changed in here. So that's what it's going to look like when it's finished. There's a lot of chronic up here and a bit of chronic in here. It's going to be fun. I'm really liking this one. This one is done on an 18 count aider, and I started it on the 1st of the 7th, 2020. This is my second oldest project. Now this year I've stitched 892 stitches. I'm on 17.12%. Hopefully I'm putting up before photos, which is, they're not from the last whip parade because I've done that early December. The photos I'm putting up are from the 1st of January. So this is where they've started for this year. Now, total stitches on this one is 52,310 out of 305,550. Jeez, I'm going to end up with a sore throat by the time I finish this. But that's all good. And this is what it looks like now. I can fit the whole thing in. Now, the challenge for this year is to get the base of the snow globe done, which is just starting here. So there's that bit, and I think it goes up to about his neck all the way along. So that's, I've just started the bottom bit, so I want to get to the base of the, yeah, so nearly his neck. So all that silver part done. That's the aim for this one. So really loving this one. Now, when Toy Shop is finished, that will be my next focus because that's the next oldest whip I have. And I started that one when we moved in here. Okay, better show you the cover photo. Let me just flip pages. We made it to the second page. Okay, so this one is, this is one that I've charted myself. This is hubby's truck that he drives day to day. This was on one of his long trips. I can't remember exactly where he took the photo now, but was on a lot of dirt. I've told him next time he wants me to stitch one, not on so much dirt, thank you. At least make it green this time. But anyway, that's fine. I didn't want to crop any because otherwise you're going to go right to his wheels, which I probably could have cropped it there. But this is the photo we took, so that's the one I'm stitching. Now this is the second one I've done for him. This is on an 18 count Aida. Have I got the right one? Oh, I did. Thought I got the wrong one then. Now I started this one 29th of the 11th, 2022, of course. This year I've stitched 3,984. I'm on 13.40%. In total, I've stitched 32,291 stitches out of 240,975. Wow, that's a lot of stitches. Now, I'll show you what it looks like and then I'll talk. Hopefully you can see all that. Now, the goal for this one was to reach the other side with the dirt. Well, as you can see, I have done that. So I have reached the other side. I've started going up, and now I'm just going to fill in the dirt. So this one will still stay an active whip. I still want to fill out as much dirt as I can this year, because next year I want to move up and do the truck. So as much dirt as I can, whether it's all of it, whether it's half of it. Either, but next year I'd like to start on the truck next year, get more of the truck done. So if I say I've done half the dirt, I'll skip the dirt next year and do the truck, and then I'll just have to come back to dirt. Or I might even do one strand of dirt and one strand of truck next year. That might be another way to get it done. But we'll see how much dirt we can get done this year. Okay, the next one is Wild Menagerie. Now this one is stitched on, I didn't write this one down, let me have a look. I think it's a 16 count Aida. It's a black Aida. I can't say it's what come with the kit because it's not a kit. I better show you the photo first. This is Across My Heart, and it's a Wild Menagerie, so it's four tigers, lions, cubs, lion, tiger, cougar, leopard, or leopard cougar, one of the two. Might have gone around the wrong way. So there we go. So I'm starting on the third one here. This one I've done last year. My challenge for this year is to get this one done. Now, it's saying I've only done 298 stitches, so looking at it, that's probably right. My goal is to do, oh, it's a leopard. My goal is to do the leopard. So I haven't pulled this one out enough. I'm guessing that's one sitting. So I need to really get into this one. There's the first one, and that's all I've done of the leopard. Now, if you remember rightly, last year, I didn't have much of this one done, and I wanted to finish it by the end of the year, and well, I got it done. So, thumbs up that I'll get it done. I will. I'll get it done. But yeah, not as much progress on that one as I thought I'd done. But that's okay. We will get there. It's not a very big chart. I mean, if I do one a year, it's going to take me 4 years. So it shouldn't take that long. But I'll get stuck into that one and I'll try my hardest to get that leopard finished this year. Let's see how we go. Okay, so the next one is another Heaven and Earth. This is Hubble Bubble Square by Lisa Parker, and another one that's got 89 colours. Now this one is done on 18 count Aida. I've got a fair bit done on this one, so well, I think it's a fair bit done. I'm happy with what I have got done. Now I started this one on the 1st of October 2021. This year I stitched 1,280 stitches. I'm on 21.99%, and total amount of stitches is 66,514 out of 302,500. Now, the goal for me this year that I set is just to get these bottles here done. There's 3 bottles. There's the blue one, the brown one, and then there's a green one. I'm not doing these ones, this one. So it's only these 3. So there's the whole thing. And these are the bottles that I've done. So I finished all this label, and I've started bringing in the bottle now. But I will have to come over here because that's where the green bottle is. So when I do the green bottle, I'll just bring this up. So it's a bit extra, but can't just start there and do the green bottle and leave this bit because there's not much there. It's only about 600 stitches extra. But he looks like Tiger. Now behind you is my computer, and I've got a photo of Tiger up there, and he looks exactly like this one. Hopefully my next floss tube, I will leave him in here because I have to shut the door now because there's more than just me in the house. He doesn't get to be on floss tube much anymore because he doesn't like to be in a closed room. So next floss tube, I might bring him in just for the introduction, and so you can see him. You can say hello. You haven't seen him for months. And then I'll just have to pause and let him out because otherwise he'll just scratch at the door. Or scratch me or the whips because he'll want to get out. Ended up with a nice pile on the floor. Yeah, we still have about 20 to go. That's fine. I hope you've got a drink. If not, pause, grab a drink, come back. Make sure you come back though. You don't want to miss what the other one is. The other ones are, I should say. Okay, the next one is the Heaven and Earth design. Dark Jungle, Temple and Tigers. Another one by Ciro Marchetti. Now this one's been a slow going. I don't pick it up enough. But I think that's because I've got so many projects. This one is to get this lion's tiger's face done here. When I started this, I was going to go right across the bottom, do all the flowers. But then his face popped up. Nope, that's my challenge. You've got to get him done. Okay, so this one is done on 18 count Ada. I started this one on the 4th of the 12th, 2022. 2022 was a busy year for starting. I think that's because of the games that I was in. Wrong one. This year I stitched 2,162. I'm on 6.86%. Total amount of stitches is 23,998 out of 350,000 stitches. Now, like I said, the goal was to do his head. Now I can show this all in one piece. So that's everything I've done on it. And this is where I'm working now. Is to get his head done. Now I have done a fair bit in here. I raised this bit up here, and I think I brought up some of the sides. I think I've got to go out to about here. And so be out a bit further on that side. But yeah, can't wait to see his whole face in there. And then I'll decide whether I go up this side or go across. Don't know yet. If I go up, which I might do actually, if I go up I'll get the elephant. So I might finish him and then just go up and then just keep going up, I think. Because I don't want to go do the elephant, and then the other tiger. Because then I won't want to do all this. So I might just do this, do him, and get the elephant done. But his eyes are outlined. All I've got to do is put the colour in there. So that's another challenge that I think I can make. Probably, I don't know, 5,000-6,000, maybe more stitches. What do I do on that then too? Oh, maybe a bit more, maybe about 8,000, and I might have him done. When you think about 8,000, I can't say 8 sittings because I don't get 1,000 done every sitting anymore. But you never know, I could do it. Stay tuned for next whip parade at the end of the year to see which ones I have got done. Now, if you follow me during the year, you'll have a good idea. Okay, so this one, I was going to leave to the last, but I ended up writing it in the middle, so that's fine. This one is a favourite of a lot of people's. This one is A Heaven and Earth Design, The Toy Shop by Amy Stewart. And I'm really loving this one. This one is done on 16 count Aida. Now, if I had known now what I know, if I had known then what I know now, it would have been done on an 18 or even a 20 count. But that's fine. It's just a lot bigger than what it should be, or what I'd like it. But doesn't matter. We've found a spot for it in the lounge room. Hubby's already picked that out. Okay, so 16 count Aida. I started this one on the 1st of the 7th, 2019. So this is my oldest whip. This year I have done 15,967 stitches. I'm on 53.43%. Now I wanted to reach 50%, so that was good. I've done 187,383 stitches out of 350,700 stitches. Now, my goal I set was to reach the bottom. Now, I have reached that goal, and I've reached the goal on both sides, so I've done it twice. The goal I've set myself now is to get to 60%. And it's roughly around 28,000 stitches I need to do more. So I'll have to stand up for this one. But I will talk to you when I sit back down, because otherwise you might not hear me. So we'll see how we go anyway. So give me a minute, I have to stand up for this one. Now let's hope we can get the whole thing in. Need a bigger craft room. We got it all in. So we did get it all in, but let me give you a close-up. Now this is the corner I'm working in at the moment, working my way across the bottom. Now that's a big one. Let's just get situated. There we go. I don't want to be too far away from the camera so you can't hear me. This is the part I've been working on this year. Oh, well, this fortnight, sorry. This year I got down both sides and going across the bottom. So I've got the teddy, the dog teddy in the corner. I've done the pink teddy, and now I'm moving across. There's another book there. So this is all which is in this little cupboard here. So I'm doing this book here. I'll get to the next one, and then I'll go up and do this whole cupboard, I think, and then I'll move on. or I could just move on. I'm not sure until I actually get to it. But I started the teddy and I thought, pink one's next. Yep, I'll do that whole teddy. Then there's another toy here, so I'll work on that whole toy. We'll see. I might go up at this black piece here and do all the black and outline that and then fill it in. I'm not sure yet. But I really like this one. Now this one, this one hubby dared me to do. Because this was the very first big one I did. And he goes, oh, you could do that one. You can get it done in no time. I said, oh, I don't know about getting it done in no time. He goes, oh, go on, you can do it. I dare you. Okay. So that's why this one's come along. And it's a bit on the grotty side. But I'm not washing it until I'm finished. So, I mean, I started it in 2019. So it's been on the go for a while. But yeah, let's see if I can get to my 60%. Now, if I don't, which I should be able to, because I did 15,000 this side of this half of the year. Even if I get close, that's fine. My original goal was to make it to the bottom, so I've done that on both sides. Excuse me. I've done that on both sides, so I'm happy with that. If I could get this to 60%, that would just top it off. So we will see. Now that one does come out every week. That one never goes away. That one, I try and work on it every week. I did work it out to reach my goal of 28,000. I need to do 15,000. Wouldn't that be nice? 1,500 a week to get it done. So let's see how we can do. Starting, well, today's Saturday, so it'll be starting from Monday. Let's see if I can get 1,500 done a week. Okay, the next one is the kids. Now, this one I haven't stitched on this year. I don't know why, it's just not calling to me. I think it's because it's not colourful. I don't know. I mean, I love the picture and I'm still going to do it. But I just haven't stitched on it this year. So, unfortunately, this is going to be one of the UFOs for the rest of this year. Now, I'll show you where it's up to. And we'll see. This is 18 count Ada. I started this one on the 8th of the 12th, 2022. It's on 5.3%. So, that tells something as well. I've done 11,531 in total since I started. So that's over 3 years. And I'm on 217,000, out of 217,728. Now the goal I did set myself was just to do Samuel's leg. So it's not a big goal. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fabric. It's a very stiff Ada. So I've got this far. Now, I could get it done, but I just haven't picked it up this year. So, because I haven't picked it up at all, I'm putting it in the UFO for the rest of this year. So, that one will be going away. Hopefully, things feel better with it, and I'll bring it out next year and get it done. I'll get a big chunk of it done. But we'll see how we go with that one. So, that's a UFO for now. Okay, another page. This tub doesn't look like it's emptying at all. That's okay. The next one is Heaven and Earth Design Mini Ta-Da by Randall Spangler. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. Now, this is another one. I've picked it up once this year. So I don't know what's going on. It just doesn't draw me to it and I just don't get the urge to want to stitch on it. It's a lovely chart. Maybe it's because I've done it on 20 count Ada. I don't know. But this is another one that's going to be UFO'd for this year. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. But for this year, I'm putting it away. So this one I started on the 8th of the 1st, 2022. I'm on 15.08%. In total, I've done 12,888 stitches. It's not many for 3 years. and it's only 85,475 in total. Now, the goal for this year I set was just to do the blue at the top. So it's only a small one. That's going from one side to the other, so it's not very big. But I've only picked it up once, and I only put in 363 stitches. So I don't know what's going on with that one either. Maybe it's the Ada. I don't know. I just don't... Even when I pick it up, I just don't... Yeah, I just don't have the urge to keep going. Now, I think this one... Now, it's 2 over. It's 2 strand. I thought it might be a 1 over 1. But it's 2 strands. It's not too thick. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't call me at the moment. So, unfortunately, that is another one that is a UFO for this year. I want to work on the ones that are calling me and get these challenges met. And unfortunately, that's just not doing it. Okay, so the next one is the Titanic. This one is by Dimensions. Oh, it's an 18 count Navy Ada that I'm doing this one on. Bit of glare. This one I'm doing for hubby. He has done the Titanic in Lego. So this one I'm doing to go with his Lego. It's going to go above the Lego. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. This one is stitched on 18 count Ada. I started it on the 7th of the 11th, 2023. Now, this year I've only put in 469 stitches. So I really need to pick it up a bit more. Like I said with Wild Menagerie, I think it's because it's a paper pattern. That's all I can put it down to. Oh yeah, thought I had it the wrong way around. So this is where it is at the moment. You can see the icicles. I mean, I do love it. Once I stitch on it, I do love it. This is a mixture of 2 over 1, 1 over 1. Yeah, there's a mixture of stitches. That's fine. I don't mind doing that. Now, I think I've reached the top, or very close to. No, I haven't reached the top because there's the top of the Titanic. So no. It'll still go up to about here. So I think what I was doing, because I didn't set a goal for this one, was to get to the top. That's right. This I've done to the bottom. I want to get to the top. So I might just get all this blue bit done this side if I can. And so there we go. I love the effect of the water. I didn't think that would show up as much as making it look like water, but yeah, it does. Yeah, so I'll get stuck into that one. Now I'm using all the kit floss that come with it. It's a bit mangled, but yep, all there. It's not that big, so it shouldn't take long. So we'll get stuck into it. The next one is another Heaven and Earth design. This one is the Rusty Cauldron by Lisa Parker. Now this one I had started down here. Now I wasn't enjoying the fabric that I was using, not the chart. I love the chart, it was the fabric. So my challenge was to get to the window and do part of the window. So that one I UFO'd and I restarted it. Now I've restarted it on 20 count. So I haven't got a lot done, but I started this one on the 7th of the 5th, 2025. I've stitched 1,038 stitches. I'm on 0.27%, and I've got to do 385,000 stitches. So this is where we are. Now I'm really loving it this time. I think it was the fabric, because I'm really loving doing it on this fabric. Now I started in the middle. I've done his ear on the big cat, and my challenge is to get him finished, this small cat, which is, I'm halfway through it, because I wasn't sure how far I would get. So the challenge is to get this cat done. So what I'm going to do is, when I finish this cat, I'm just going to keep working down the black all the way to the bottom. Because I think I'll get that cat done. Because that's one sitting. I done that. 1,036. So that was one sitting. So I'm pretty sure I can finish that cat. And I'm nearly 100% sure it was the fabric, because I really love this pattern. Okay, this pile is getting big. Well, that's not too bad. We're at 50 minutes. I think we're going to go over the hour today. But that's okay. The next one is a chatelaine. It's called Fairy Garden. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. Oops. Now, my challenge for this one was to get all these blue swirly bits all done, and all the middle, from the middle out, and all the blue swirly bits. So we're on target to get that done. It's done on a 28 count Lagana. This year I have done 5,138 stitches. Now this is a colour that hubby picked. I wasn't sure what colour to do it on, so I showed him some colours that would look nice. There was a few different ones, and he goes, we'll do the peach rose. So this is one that hubby chose. So as you can see, I've started doing these. Now I'm going to do all these around and then come back and fill them in. Hopefully I've still put in where the top is. No, I didn't. I'll have to, before I move it, I know this is the top because I started at the top on these swirly bits. I'm going to have to put something up here. There was a little cross in here to show me the top, but now I've moved it. You can't see that. I moved it, the cross, to do this stitching. So I'll have to make sure I do that before I move it. But that's where it is. So I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 more swirls in this colour, which I can't remember what colour it is. It's a green. And then I'll start filling them in, but this challenge will be met. It's doing this one 2 over 2. Yes. And doing all the specialty stitches as they come up. I didn't to start with. I was just doing all the straight stitches. But then me and Nessa were talking, and we started doing specialty stitches. And, oh, they're not as hard as what we thought. So then we went back and I filled in all the specialty stitches. So now I'm going to do them as we go. And the only thing I'm going to leave to the last bit will be all the beads and sequins. And then I'll go through and make sure that I've put back stitch in. And if I haven't, I'll do the back stitch at the end as well, in case I miss some. Which I think in the first swirl, I think in here, there was a few back stitches in here, and I've got to back stitch something else in the middle, which I haven't done yet. So I might actually go back and just do those back stitching, so that as I go on, because I know the next section after I do these swirly things, there is a lot of back stitch. So we'll see how we go. But I'm happy with the progress. The next one is a Charting Creations Around the World. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. Now, this one is done on so it was done on 22 count even weave, and I didn't like that. It just wasn't sitting right. Now I think this one's, I started 3 times, but I've got it right now. So it's 18 count Ada. I restarted it on the 27th of the 7th, 2024. This year I've stitched 1,624 stitches. I'm on 1.10%. In total I've stitched 3,162 out of 286,200. And this is where we are. Now my goal I set myself for this one is just to get these penguins. There's 3 penguins here and another penguin here. Just to get those 4 penguins in, and the rocks, but the rocks are just about done anyway. But yeah, there's another 3 penguins up here, and I'll finish this penguin off. And that's virtually a page and a half anyway, across. Yeah, so it's doable by the end of the year. I just need to pick it up. Like I said though, when I work my whips every fortnight, I'm going to be working on challenges now. If I know, I'm going to try and pick the one with the most left to do on that challenge to be working on first. And we'll just see how we go. I've got to pick up the paper ones like Titanic and Wild Menagerie. They're a must, so I've got to get stuck into those too. Especially Wild Menagerie, because I don't want to wait till the last minute and then be stitching on that just for the fortnight. But that's where we are with that one. I was lucky. Excuse me. I was lucky with that one. I didn't need to take it off the Q-snap because it was right at the edge. Okay, another one is Tiger on a Bike. Now this one I got sent to me and I made it into a pattern. Now I did have a lot of trouble with my counting. Pretty sure I couldn't count on that day, but I was at the hospital with hubby. He was getting a procedure done, so I think that's what done it. But yeah, I done a lot of mistakes down here, and I think that's what's put me off. So this one, this one is the 3rd one I'm putting away as a UFO just for this year, and I'll pick it up again next year. But he is cute. I will get him done. I think it's just because I mixed up down here, and I've got to go back and fix it, and it's just, yeah, it's a whole process. So just for this year, that one is going in the UFO pile. Now, it's stitched on 25 count Aida. I haven't stitched on it this year. I'm on 1.64%. Total amount stitches is 3,523 out of 214,326. Now, the goal on this was just to work on the bike anyway. So that's how much I've done. Now, I will come back to it because I do like it. Now, the mix-up is here somewhere. So it shouldn't be too hard because most of them are blues and blacks. So I should be able to fix it up. But this is another one that's going away just for this year. And then next year I'll pick it back up again. And when I've put it in Pattern Keeper and outline, I think it's 310. There is a lot of 310s. So if I can fix up my mistake or go up and come back down to it, I might just do all the 310 and get that done so that it's a guideline. One moment. Sorry about that. Okay, the next one. This is Bruce, hubby. This was on our wedding day. This was when we were getting photos done. He's in his hotel room. I'm in the one behind him, behind that wall there, getting photos as well because we had photographers in both rooms. No, I just love this one. I just got to get more into it. This one is done on a 25 count even width. This year I've stitched 1,218 stitches. I'm on 5.67%. In total I've done 5,475 and I'm on 96,600. Now the goal for this one was to finish his jacket and bring it to the railing. So as much as the jacket as I can to bring it to the railing. Which is not too bad. That's his pocket. That's underneath his jacket, so that'll bring him to the railing. And now I'm just working up his jacket to bring it around. But I've highlighted this colour in the Pattern Keeper and it takes him right up to his neck, right over and do his sleeve. So that's the colour I'm just going to concentrate on. It's done on a 25 count. I think it's 1/1. Yeah, it's 1/1. And this is a 25 count and I can work on this one. It's an even weave and it's not a problem. So the other ones that I couldn't work on is just different material. I don't know. I've got to take out this white. I didn't realise that was just the border from the pattern. So this white will be coming out, but that's fine. But loving this one, I've got to get more stitches into him. I do have enough fabric on the back that I can do my photo as well. One moment, just got to pick up the clamp. Got it. If I keep everything in the bag, I know where everything is. Okay, the next one is Quarantine Cats. This one is Heaven and Earth Designs, and it's from Bridget Ashwood as well. I think I've done one from Bridget Ashwood before. I've started on the kitty cat right in the centre because I started a centre start. So my goal was to get this cat done. Now this is done on 25 count. I started this on the 23rd of the 12th, 2023. This year I've stitched 900 stitches. I'm on 2.27%. Total stitches for the whole thing is 7,764 out of 341,550 stitches. And this is where we are with this one. Now, this is another one that it's 25 count, and I don't mind working on this one. So I think I finished his paws, worked over here. This is part of his tail. This is where the computer is here. But I want to get him done. Get all of him done, and then I'll work out whether I'm going to go another cat or do the computer that he's working on. There is another cat right above his back. So there's another cat here. So I might even do that. But I'm picking, like, I'm not just going to keep stitching. I'm picking obstacles. Or objects, I should say, not obstacles. Objects. So it'll either be, I'll do the computer or I'll do this other cat that's sitting up here. But let's get him done first. Probably maybe about 6,000 stitches and he should be done. So, I mean, it's another one that's doable. Okay, so the next one is Christmas Mug Sow. This one is a Shannon Christine Designs. Now I didn't print out a cover photo because I didn't. I'll put one up here. Now this one I started the 27th of the 6th, 2024. And my goal last year was to do all the holly and the outline, so that this year I can do a mug a month. Now, in theory, I should have 6 done. I've got 5 and a bit done, so I'm a bit behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is where I've started number 6. I'll bring you in closer. Yeah, so I got all the holly done, all the back outlines, which it just saves time, and that was easier that way. And then I just fill in the white borders and fill in the mugs. So this one I've got just the bottom of the mug done here. I've done the border. Done the bottom of the mug, so I need to fill in that mug, which is Mrs. Claus, and then start on July's. So hopefully by the end of July I've caught up, so I'll have the 2 mugs done. In theory, that's what I'm hoping. It's only last month that I fell apart. Otherwise I was keeping up to it. And I don't know what happened. It just the wheels just fell off. Okay, so the next one is Twisted Christmas Sampler. This one is from Northern Expressions Needlework. This one I'm doing with Nessa. Hello, Nessa. So this one we're doing a band a month, in theory. We're getting there. I think I'm maybe 2 bands behind, just like the mugs. So we'll see. But if we do a band a month, then we'll have it finished by the end of the year. So I really need to knuckle down and get stuck into my stitching. Everything's just been so busy. We've got a house full. Some days I don't get much time. I might only get a couple of hours, so you don't get much in a couple of hours. But we'll see how we go. So there's January, February, March, April. Oh, hang on. May, June, July. So I'm three behind. So I need to pull my finger out, otherwise I'm not going to get it done. This is done on a 25 count, which I think it's a Paddock Lane Designs. This year I've done 1,308. So that's okay. That's okay. We'll get it done. There's a lot of specialty stitches. I think the next 2 bands, there's very little. Yeah, next 2 bands are mainly cross stitch, so they'll go a lot faster. It was these fancy stitches that slowed me down, especially these ones. They look very good when they're finished, but they were very tedious. This part here, I've made a mistake and I left it intentionally because it looks like cat's head. Oh well, it's unique. It's different, so that's fine. I'm fine with that. So we'll see how much I can get done and if I can catch up. Nessa's, I think, 1 or 2 bands in front of me, or maybe 1.5 bands in front of me. So I need to catch up because we did start the same time. We were stitching it together, and then I just lapsed off a bit because I had so much of other things happening, and well, you know how it goes. Okay, so the next one is Big Cat. This one is Big Cat Pride. Okay, so this one I started on the 2nd of the 1st, 2025. So there'll be no before picture on this one. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. With this one here, I did have that in a single pattern, but I thought, what's the point of doing a single one when I can do it all together? So that one, when I find it, it's in the cupboard there somewhere, will be going up as a giveaway at one stage. So this is where we are, started down in the bottom. Now it's done on, I didn't even write that down. I think it's a 16 count aider. And I've done 870 stitches. Now this one I haven't set a goal. I'm just stitching. So this is where we're up to now. So not much stitches. I think I've only picked it up. Yeah, I would have only picked it up the once. But now I've whipped down because I've got a few finishes. I've UFO'd a few. It should come out more. I'd like it to, put it that way. But like I said, no goal set for that one. Okay, the next one is Tiger and Gnome. This is not a very good photo. It hasn't printed out the best, but it looks better on camera than what it does in person. In person it looks a bit not pixelated, a bit fuzzy, but that looks alright. This is one that Nessa's made. This one is for sale on the Fun with Cross Stitch group, but loving this one. So I started in the middle. I started on a mouth and a nose, and I thought, well, I'd get all her head done and then just work my way up and then work my way down. This one I started on the 22nd of January 2025, so once again, no start photo. I've done 2,036 stitches. I'm on 3.31%, and that's out of 20. That's out of 61,535 stitches in total, and this is where we are. So when I pick this one up again, I'll finish her eye. I'll try and finish yeah, there's a few ninja spots in here that I'll try and get her whole face all done. I didn't have a goal set for this one, so it's just stitch along and have fun doing it. But yeah, I think I'll just keep going with her face and try and go up. It's got a nice little tiger needle minder. Not sure where I got this one. This isn't one I've dyed. So there we are with this one. Okay. Oh, okay, we're on the last page. So we have 6 to go. We knew we'd get there. Okay, so the next one is a leopard. This one is a dimensions kit. Oops. I think it's 14 count. Yes, 14 count I'm doing this one on. Ah, and you have to look in my book, it's written in there. This one is done with all the kit materials. I've had this one in my stash for ages. I bought this one years ago and I thought I'd better start it. No point having them there and not starting them. So this one I started on the 3rd of the 1st, 2025. I've stitched 719 stitches. Now let me just see. Oh yes, that way. Oh yes, you can see in camera. Yep, that's the right way because there's his nose. So I'll just continue stitching. There's no goal set for this one either. I just started in the middle to make sure I've got enough fabric. It's not very big. So what I'll do is I'll keep going. I'll get his nose and his mouth done. And then I might head down and do some leaves because there's more leaves than there is leopard. I don't want to leave all the leaves to the last minute. But that's done all the kit fabric. Okay, the next one is a Merry Mischief. I think this is a Zana cross stitch. Doing this one on 20 count. And I started this on the 7th of the 2nd, 2025. The goal on this one is to get the 2 cats done in the center. Now I'm not stitching all this white. No, I won't even stitch the white in the middle because it's done on a pink sparkly 20 count Ada. This is a Colour Cascades. Fairies Wear Boots. It's a different sort of a name for it. Where are we? Such a big bit of fabric and not much done on it yet. But that's okay, we will get there. And this is what I've done so far. Now, this year I've stitched 1,179. So he's not looking too bad. That's one sitting. I'm on 0.74% and that's out of 160,000 stitches. So if I can get those 2 kittens done in the middle, that would be good. They're all doable. It's just a matter of me putting the time and effort in. Now I think this one is 1 over. Let me just have a look at the back. Yep, 1 over 1. But I love it. I think it's going to look so nice on this pink fabric. Now, definitely won't be hanging up this Christmas. Or probably next Christmas. Maybe the one after. I'll be able to hang it up for Christmas. We will see where the stitches take me. Okay. The next one is Swan Lake. This is from Chatelaine. Now the picture's on the black, but I'm doing it on a blue. The blue is, I did have the black fabric, Yes, it's up there. I did have the black fabric, but when I remeasured it, I got it too small. So I thought instead of waiting for more fabric to come, I do have a white fabric and I'll just dye it blue. So that's what I've done. I've just got to print off another photo. There is another photo with it on blue fabric. So I just need to print that out. But I haven't done that as yet. Now it is stitched on a 28 count. I started this one on the 4th of the 12th, 2024. That's the right way up. This year I've stitched 3,015 stitches. So I've got my little X up there to know which one the top is, which is what I did on the other one, but I had to move it. I will put before photos up from the beginning of the year. Goal set is the middle blue. Which, just got to do these 4 things on the outside, but that middle blue section is done. I'll double check to see whether there's any specialty stitches, but I think I've got all them covered. No, that's the blue section all done. Wow. Well, there you go. So the next section, I'll double check, but I think is the gold. Wow. Okay. So we'll see how we go, but I don't fancy putting this one away, so I'll just keep going. The Chatelaines used to be my Saturday's project, so I'll get back into doing it on a Saturday. And that way I get to work on, you should be, if I get them done on a Saturday, you'll see them both in every floss tube. We'll see how that works. But even though the goals will be met, I'll still be working on these two, because these ones are a big project and there's a lot in them. I don't want to put them away and then pick them up and forget where I'm up to and forget how I'm reading the pattern or anything like that. Because once I put it away for, even when I put it away for a fortnight or a month, I look at the pattern and I've got to go over it again just to make sure I know I'm doing the right spot, the right colour. Because I don't want to get them wrong. Fabric, cotton. Which one is that out of? Is that out of here? Could be. A purple? Yes. That was lucky. It must have slipped out when I pulled the pattern out. Okay, so the next one is Sewing Cats by Soda Stitch. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. Now this one is done on 28 count. This year I started on the 1st of the 1st, 2025, so there'll be no before picture again. I've stitched 2,722. Percentage is 12. I'll look at the right one. Hang on, give me a minute. Percentage is 13.70%. And I've done 2,722 stitches out of 19,866. Just have to slow down and think about what I'm saying. Now, my challenge I set myself for this one is to do this middle shelf. Now, Nessa's doing this one as well. She started in the middle and then she's come down. Now she's doing this bottom shelf. And it looks fantastic. Pop along and have a look. You'll be surprised. It looks really good. But there's a few that we're doing the same. This is what it looks like now. Yep, 28 count. See, another one done on 28 count I don't have any problems with. I've just started putting in this cat's legs, tail. So I'll finish doing the fabric around here. There's another cat over this side with a pair of scissors. So I'm going to get this shelf done. When I do stitch on this one, I can get a fair bit done. It just goes so quickly, and I really enjoy stitching on this one. So this one, I will get that shelf finished. It's So you've only got to do a bit more of his legs, the fabric around the hoop, and then the kitty cat with the scissors. So maybe 4 settings and I might have it done. If I can get this bit done all in 1 setting, then I should be able to get that done in 1 or 2 settings. And then I'm going to go up. Nessa's gone down, so she'd be doing this one. I'm going to go up and do the top one. But when I finish one shelf, I'm going to backstitch so that I don't have all the backstitching at the end. Not that it worries me. I don't mind backstitching. I find it quite nice. I just take it upstairs and do it while I wait for hubby to ring. But I'm going to do this shelf, all the stitching, and then I'll do all the backstitch. And then I'll go up to the top one. I think that's what will work for me. Okay, we have 2 left to go. This one is Tiger. Isn't he gorgeous? Now this is another one that Nessa has made. It is in the group page Fun with Cross Stitch for sale. If you would like them, just pop along there. You'll see all the other ones. There's some for $15. I think this is a $15 one. $15 I should say. You buy 3, you get the 4th one free. If they're AI generated, they're only the $10, but it does tell you which ones, and I think there's only 1 set of AI ones. All the rest are Nessa's own creations. But these are exclusive to Fun with Cross Stitch. So if you like them, there's a lot to choose from. Pop over and have a look. You'll be surprised at how many we have over there. You might get lost and want to get all of them. Okay, so this one is 16 count aider. I started this on the 30th of the 9th, 2024. So you would think I would be further. This year I've stitched 1,325. And in total let's start that bit again. This year I've stitched 1,325 stitches. My percentage is 12.34%. I have stitched 2,372 stitches in total out of 19,225 stitches. There we go. So I just had to slow down. And this is what it's looking like. Now the challenge I set for me on this one is to finish it. Now to get it finished by the end of the year, I need to stitch at least 100 stitches a day. So it's only 700 a week. Well, let's see how I go with that one. I did start at the bottom and I was just working up bit by bit, and then I come up here and worked here, and then that brought me over to here, and well, you know how it goes. One colour leads to the next. So that's where we are with this one. So let's see if I can get this one finished. If I can, I will start another one. This is done on Ada that I've dyed myself again. Now I've done it on a big piece, so I can fit another one over this side, when it will still leave me enough room for framing. Now I have in mind another one which is a parrot, which I think would look good on this green. But let's get this one done first. Okay, that's in the bag. That was a yum challenge. Okay, last one. Lucky last. This is Pride of Place. Now it's done on 20 count Ada. This is what it's going to look like. It's out of a cross stitch gold. This is what it's going to look like. Pride of Place, so it will go up there on my shelf for pillows, because I'm going to make it into a pillow just like it's made here. Okay, so this one I started on the 17th of the 12th, 2024. I've stitched 1,675 stitches. Oh, my goal is to get half of it done. So there we go, that's the half. Yeah, that must be the middle, because I would have started in the middle, which would be down here. I've worked my way to the top. I'll just work my way over and get the rest of the tree done, and then just keep working around. I think I went over the page here just so I didn't get page lines. We'll see how it goes when I stitch it, whether I come over here and stitch all of him and then do the trees, which is probably the way I'll end up going. And that way I won't get page lines down here. Sorry if you can hear the mower, it's just started up, so I'm nearly finished, so that's good. But that's where he's looking. And this is on Colour Cascades Gold Digger Old World Map style. It's got lovely mottling on it. So I think he's going to look quite nice on there as a pillow. So I've got quite a few pillows going to be made. I don't know if they'll all fit up there. We'll see how we go. Well, that brings us to the end of the mid-year whip parade. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope I've encouraged a few people to get a few more patterns or get some work done into their stitching. Like I said, that's, how many was it? I started with 36 whips and I now have 29 whips. I have one more whip to show you. 1 second. I forgot about my counted one. Now, I haven't counted the stitches. I've done approximately, but that's about it. This is a kit I got from Temu. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's on 14 count. Now, I was a bit skeptical whether it's going to actually turn out the way it is. So I thought, well, I'll just keep going. Now, I've started with his face. I've got part of his nose in, part of his eye, and I've done here where that tree is. I've just started getting that tree in and getting his chin and that done. So that's how you can see how much I've done. So you can see the shape of his chin and his nose and his eye. And when you look at it this side, this is what we've done. So there's his nose. I haven't done much of his nose. There's his chin. So you can sort of see these are the trees coming in. Now I'm just filling in these blacks and a 310 and 939 up here, because that's what all this is. So I was filling that out on the weekend. Last weekend, I mean. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. I'm hoping it will look like it's supposed to. Now when I wash it, all these numbers here will come out, so you won't see that under there. But let's just hope it turns out the way it should. When I seen the tree, when you look at the pattern, there's the tree trunk, and you can sort of see that might be a tree coming in, which is just here. So I can sort of see it. So I'm hoping, when you look at it like that, you can see it. So I'm hoping it does turn out. Now I do have a fair few kits of these now. We went down a rabbit hole, didn't we, Nessa? All from different places, but yes, we've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole with stamped kits. So what I might do another video later of a kit parade. Now there's a fair few kits over there, as you can see, right in here. This is all full, goes all the way to the floor. There is a lot of kits over there, so I might do a kit parade after, and you can see what kits I have as well. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed this video. It's longer than what my normal videos are, but for a mid-year whip parade, not that long compared to some. I hope you do enjoy it. If there's anything you need to know about any of the whips that I've showed you today, just drop it in the comments down below, in the box below. I will get to and answer every one of them. I do heart them, and then I try and come back and then I answer them if they need answering. But let's see how I can go with all these challenges that I've set. It's a shame I had to UFO 3, but I'm just not feeling them this year, so I don't want to stitch on them and not feel like stitching, then I'll just get up and do something else and not stitch at all. So I put those 3 away, not definitely, only for the rest of this year, so I can concentrate on the ones that I want to get these challenges done on. Now I'm looking forward to getting, say, 28,000 in Toy Shop. Now whether that's all along the bottom or whether that's a bit at the bottom and going up the side again, I'm not sure. I'm not going to do dead in the center where there's nothing at the moment, because then I know I'll miscount. So it'll either be going along the bottom, which is what I've been doing at the moment to get that little display case done. Then I might keep going across the bottom and get the rug done and make it marry up with the other side. Now I have checked, I have put pins in all the way across, and yes, it does meet up. Thank Christ. But yeah, it does match up, so that's good. I don't think there's anything else I need to show you today. That's all of my whip parade. They're all of my active whips. Now I do, with the end of year whip parade, I do have other whips that I'll show you, but I haven't worked on them this year, and they might get brought in for next year. Not sure yet. We'll see. We'll wait that. I'll let those plans plan out over the year, because then I've got to work out what I'm taking into next year and what I want to concentrate on. So if you need any information on any of the projects that I've showed you today, let me know in the comments in the box below, and I will answer the best way I can. I'll also put in the comments the link to Nessa's channel. Don't forget to pop along, say hi, say hello, see the projects that she's actually doing. Show her some love. She's new to doing floss tubes. She's not new to doing behind the scenes. She's the admin, one of the admins for Fun with Cross Stitch. She's done the majority of the planning. Like we all work out what we're going to do for the groups. She does more of the behind the scenes and the computer side of it, because she's very good at that. So pop along, show her some love, watch her channel. She's got about 3 videos out. I think she's doing another one. I think she's going to try in front of the camera like I'm doing, but do it vlog style. Whatever makes her feel comfortable. But let's show her some love. Go and have a look at the projects that she's doing. She's got some lovely whips going at the moment. Okay, well that's it for me. I will see you. Oh well, it'll be a fortnight now, and I'll see you then. It'll be about the 19th, 20th of this month. Let's see if I can catch up on those whips that are actually falling behind. Let's see how we go. Okay guys, that's enough waffling on, otherwise I'm just going to keep hanging on and keeping you here longer. It's been an hour and a half so far, and I've got to edit it yet. And then I'll go for a drive, because then it uploads a lot faster than what it does when I'm at home. So that's okay. I get to go out for a drive and be in the sun for a little bit, because it's a bit chilly in here. So I'll call it a day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy what you see. I hope you come back and watch some more. And happy stitching, everybody. Bye for now.